You letting us go?
You're joking, aren't you? Don't let criminals like you loose without a length of chain.
Where are we off then?
You've got a visitor.
Oh, aye.
A lady ship playing a social call.
Oh, dog shit.
Seems less than shapey about something, though.
Aye, I bet.
Don't tell me about it more of this bloody junk to sell to them dead buggers.
It is not junk. It is ozone-friendly, CFC-free, fully biodegradable oven cleaner. And it is what the environment-conscious person is turning to nowadays.
Well, you want to mind they don't turn on you with a length of bloody leather. Well, you might find the only biodegraded thing is your bloody arse. Come on! Come on!
Shouted Frankie.
There we are. Back to bloody work again. Oh, dust and grime again. Dust and grime, love. Dust and grime.
You're loving it, bloody love it.
I don't.
Get money, darling.
All right, love.
What comedian stuck a £500 deposit on that miserable friggin' mong of yours?
How much?
You hear, pal, £500. Now, where do you think I'm going to get me mitts on that type of loot?
Well, ain't you got a few bob stashed away somewhere?
Of course! I'm shipping over friggin' watches of the stuff at home.
Yeah, but you gotta get it sorted out for us, otherwise...
Am I?
Well, I could be stuck in here till the other side of Christmas.
That's right, pal. And I'm wondering if that's not the best Cassie sauce was ever friggin' smuggled. He's all yours, pal. I can't afford it.
Now, I'm trusting you, this bloody car, right?
I can drive.
Now, mind you tell that garage, there's fucking carburetor. You think you can remember that?
I'm not completely senile, Frankie.
Oh, but your mind's that full of organic bog rolls and lint-free fish fingers, I doubt you got out between your ears apart from recycled bloody lentils. Morning, Maureen.
Good morning, Mrs. Shepherd. I hope we've not been keeping our Frankie out too late for you. Well, you know this union meeting scare.
I can manage Thursday, Friday, Tuesday week and Thursday week. Do we know about venues yet? I take it the key word is modest. Flowers don't strike me as entirely appropriate. Oh, well, I'll leave all the frills to you.
Look, Dad, when the time comes, I prefer to make the funeral arrangements myself.
No, Stella, you've got enough on your plate for the time being. Barbara, is there any tea left in that pot?
When's Daddy coming back, Nana?
Daddy's gone away on holiday, love. He may be away for a wee while.
I've tried to tell them he won't be coming back.
I don't think that's necessary, Stella. I don't think children want to hear that kind of talk.
You weren't thinking of going all religious, were you? I wouldn't have thought it was in keeping.
I'd like a church service, yes.
Oh, just as you prefer. Only, do you not think it might look a wee bit hypocritical?
I thought the paper did a very nice piece.
I did believe in something.
Oh, I did. The great God number one.
Very sensitive, I thought. Very discreet.
Barbara, you'd have to be discreet about a bloke that drives into a lake with 5 pints of whiskey in him.
We'll have a proper service.
Best day's work he's ever done. He might actually be worth something for a change.
How much longer have we got?
I'm sure a minute's silence would be much appreciated by our late employer.
Not half as much as 2 weeks' wages would be appreciated by his late employee standing here.
All in good time, Queenie. Let's not let petty details mar our little tribute. Right. Would anyone care to say a few words?
Oh, give over, Bernie. Who do you think it is? The Pope?
With all due respect, Pauline.
Save it, Don. He never lashed us none, so spare yourself the bother.
Is that the general feeling?
He hasn't done us any favours lately, has he?
So what we're supposed to do now, then?
Well, your guess is as good as mine.
Well, it always has been, Bernie, but it never stopped you getting paid twice as much for it.
Not a brilliant piece of timing, was it?
Oh, don't you believe it, love. How else do you get away with dragging this company up past its arse in debt and dumping us without knowing where our next week's wage is coming from?
Well, I'm sorry, girls, I can't help you because I'm running my own personal tragedy. Like, where do I get my mitts on 500 quid bail for that friggin' villain of a mate of mine?
What's going on, Norma?
You'll be told the moment there's any news. For the time being, I've a lot to sort out, and I'd appreciate a little patience and cooperation.
Yeah, but, what about the jobs?
I'm not in a position to say any more. You can rest assured you'll not be kept waiting longer than necessary.
Isn't Mrs. Buckley coming in?
Mrs. Buckley's in a state of shock. Naturally, she won't be in a position to deal with this side of things for some time.
I feel sorry for the poor bitch, trying to wipe up all the mess he's left behind.
I believe there's a lot to sort out. He left a few things up in the air.
I bet he did.
Be in the office.
Are we meant to sit here gawping at each other for the rest of the week?
I'm sorry.
We've run out of stock.
And, orders.
Good morning. I hope you'll bear with us over the next few days. I know it's difficult with all the uncertainty, but we should have something concrete within the next few weeks. Norman, Bernie, if you'd like to come to the office, all of you can take the rest of the week off with full pay. We'll be in touch as soon as we know anything.
Thanks. Great.
That's good of us, wasn't it?
Yeah, sort of with pay.
It's splendid of you to come in, love, Mrs. Buckley. Under the circumstances, I'm sure I speak for all of us, eh, no?
I think it's quite unnecessary, to be honest. Putting yourself to needless bother.
Oh, thank you.
Needless, you think, Norma, to try to ascertain exactly what kind of shambles this company's in?
Oh, with all due respect, shambles. I think that's going in a bit strong.
If it's a shambles, I think it'll be quite clear where the blame lies. My handling of the business was all above board and accurate to a fault.
Oh, I don't think Mrs. Buckley meant to doubt your abilities, Norma.
I think it's a pity you didn't think to inform me the moment things took a serious turn.
I didn't feel it was my place to intrude in domestic matters.
That poor woman, what must she be going through?
Well, you can call this wise after the event, but I never did trust him. There was always something underhand about him. Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but... well, he did have quite a thing about me at one time.
He never.
Oh, aye. This time last year, it got quite embarrassing. I thought I was going to have to tell our Frankie in the end.
You never?
No, not in the end, no. I put him in his place once and for all. I said, Rex, I am a married woman, Rex. I said, I'm devoted to my husband. I suppose you think it's flattering a man of your age and status making God knows what suggestions. It is not, Rex. It is sheer impudence. I wonder what sort of a woman you think you're dealing with.
And what did he say?
Well, what could he say? He were very cut up, very distraught. I've an idea he started casting about for consolation elsewhere, but not one to make aspersions.
Mr. Buckley was never a one to encourage plain speaking.
Now, steady on, Norma. I think I can safely say Mr. Buckley was highly respected in the business, and know for a fact he left behind him a great depth of feeling on the shop floor.
Mostly connected with his inability to treat people properly or pay their wages on time.
No, I'm sorry. I do think that's a bit out of order.
I found your loyalty very illuminating.
Mr. Buckley wasn't the type to inspire loyalty. especially when you got to know his working methods.
All right, I want to say right away, Mrs. Buckley, that I do think Norma's quite upset and obviously not in complete control of herself.
You, on the other hand, would naturally incline to the more open and frank approach.
I've always found it the most effective way, yeah.
Fine. If I can be equally blunt, this company appears to be in very serious trouble. I think you'll appreciate the need to get matters sorted out as quickly as possible. It's not particularly easy for any of us. But if I could have all your records and accounts first thing in the morning...
You can see them now, Mrs. Buckley. I've kept everything logged and up to date.
Well, thank you, Norma. As you've probably noticed, I have one or two other things in my mind at the moment. First thing in the morning, I'll be fine.
Is there anything I can do, Mrs. Buckley?
Thank you, Bernie. But I think we all need some time for this to sink in. If I could rely on you and Norma to hold the fort meantime, until we come to some kind of permanent arrangement. Thank you, Bernie. I'll be in touch.
You see much of your Ray these days?
Oh, yeah, quite regular. Sees the kids twice a week, every other weekend.
And how'd you find her?
Oh, well, she's... I think I know what Ray sees in her.
No, I... Young.
Very.
Leggy.
Armpits.
Blonde. Face like a Barbie doll. Brains that fell out of a packet of cornflakes.
How do you guess?
Oh, I know the type of old, love. Coffee. 2 coffees, please, love.
Do you?
Oh, aye. There's a fair few of them tried flinging themselves at our Frankie.
Really?
Oh, aye. He's reckoned to be a very desirable specimen. We had one recently. Kept ringing him up. Made out it was on union business. But I wasn't born yesterday, was I? Same type, exactly. Intellect stuffed inside a cleavage.
Makes you sick, doesn't it?
Well, they might be very flashy to look at, but they're not built to last, are they? Oh, thanks, love. There's one nippy young madam at the moment. Wants a good seeing to. Work secretary, she calls herself. I wouldn't be surprised if she does nothing but paint a great gob on and sits there looking decorative.
I'm here thinking. I ought to sort myself out one of these days.
How do you mean, love?
Well, we're none of us as young as we'd like to be, are we, eh? You know what it's like? You're squinting in the mirror one morning and you notice you've started to sag at the edges. I thought I'd maybe take a few keep fit classes. But we can't let old age creep up on us, can we, eh?
No. Hey, I might join you then. I mean, if you fancy a bit of company.
Would you? Anything to save us being the only sack of spuds on the floor.
Oh. How about tonight then?
Tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I suppose we better make a start sometime.
Right then. Get them leotards aired.
Do you know, I didn't really enjoy that.
Me neither. I much prefer a green salad.
Thank you for coming.
Call it curiosity.
Can I get you anything?
No, thank you. I'm fine.
Good. I hope you won't be offended. I just felt I needed to know where I stood. How serious he was with you.
What counts as serious? Sex?
Is that all it was?
For him or for me?
Did he ever say he loved you?
Never. You surprised? Seemed to me he never used words he didn't understand in case it got him into trouble. I'm sure you knew the syndrome.
Yes, it's very familiar. Did he ever talk about me?
Now and then.
What kind of things did he say?
You know him. Economical with the truth.
I see.
Do you miss him?
I don't know. Do you?
I did.
Was it you? The night before he died? Did he come to you?
Oh, yes. Where else would he go? What's the expression? Always good for a quick screw, hmm?
The daft thing is, I thought it mattered. Really thought it mattered. But in the end, why does it? We're all as bad. We all knew. We all kept going.
Well, you've not exactly picked a prime moment, Queen, what with all the expenses incurred over the baby and us moving house and that.
Oh, go on, lad. I wouldn't be sitting here now if it wasn't an emergency. And just imagine if the situation was reversed.
I can't quite imagine that, to be honest, Queenie.
And if you forgot the favour he did you last year at the wedding.
He did us.
Don't you remember it all? Giving you a lift and that.
Oh, yeah.
I always think if you can't help a friend out now and again, who can you help?
Well, I'm touched to think you consider us your friends, Queenie.
What, doll? Me and that girl there, we've always been like that. Haven't we, love?
More or less.
And it's not as if you've got to cough up now. Hold your heart as Gavin told him in case he does want, which of course he won't.
No. And what exactly were they asking?
Only 500 quid. You make yourself laughing when I tell you. I nearly didn't ask you. I nearly get me best judgments, but then I thought, what are you like, girl? Real mates that never see a girl worry Bridget for the ones for piddling 500 quid. Real mates that never forgive you for not giving them a chance to prove what being mates is all about. And then I thought to myself, who do I know that'd help a girl out of a tight corner? Donna and Gordon, I thought of you right away.
Thank you.
Mrs. Buckley. That's right. And Natalie. Sorry? Natalie. I saw the paper. Been expecting for 2 days. So? Natalie, I'm as... Nobody must have told you. He said he told you all about us. Who? Rex. What was he meant to have told me? And everything. About me and him and what we'd planned. He must have told you about Rachel.
Rachel?
The baby. And the flat. And the divorce and us getting married. You are Mrs. Rex Buckley, aren't you? You better come in. It's a lovely house. Thank you. Would you like to call? Carol me. I think you better do your own introduction. I'll just go and put the kettle on.
What I'm looking for is more distributors, more perfectly matched couples like yourselves who can rise to the challenge and the responsibility and at the same time create the sort of pollution-free environment that we all want our kids to enjoy.
Oh, I think we already do our bit to make the world a better place, don't we, Bernard? We do give to the donkey sanctuary, you know.
Oh, and a marvellous cause it is too. Only we're talking about the wider issues here, aren't we?
Are we?
Well, we're talking, for instance, about providing the kind of fresh air and unpolluted waters that the little souls have got to live off.
Oh, I do beg your pardon. I rather got the impression we were talking about the kind of cash we were providing for your pocket in the form of distributors' commission.
Naturally, one hopes for some recompense, though the cause in itself is worthy enough.
Ever since we moved in here, I've fed up with looking at the scrubbers, you know, like
It's disgusting, isn't it?
I'd be happy to take a couple of jars of that denture soak off your hands.
And I couldn't recommend it too highly. Hey, you all have them peggies gleaming like polished ivory.
Oh, they're not for me.
That'll do, Bernard. I think we'd better be making a move.
Right.
Much obliged for your demonstration, Mrs. Smethurst. We'll let you know if there's out we need.
Well, that'll be a £5.
All right.
Oh, and don't forget your free gift. Unscented, additive and colour-free recycled tissues.
Thank you, Pauline, love. Very much obliged.
Thanks, Bernie. I'll just get your coats then.
Leave that, she left the door open, coming up. What the bloody hell are you doing here?
Well, they've given us the week off work. What are you on for?
Well, no law I get stirring up on my own doorstep, is there? Unless you've got some extra mural lined up while I'm out. Oh! Who's this bloody woofhead you got stashed away for yourself?
This is Bernie from work. He's come about me products.
That's a good name for him.
What might you be planning with Madam there?
Oh, give your gob a rest, Pauline. You know more, he works secretary. We've just popped back to sort out the minutes of the last meeting.
I see.
Come through, Chuck. Oh, not another one. What have you been up to, bloody white swat?
I beg your pardon.
Pleasure.
I think we'd best off. We've other calls to make. Nice to see you again, Mr. Smithurst.
I'll just see you at the door, Bernie.
Right.
I'm very sorry about this interruption.
I've no idea. Bloody chewing and going. Pauline, stick that kettle on and knock up some butchers, will ya? Right, where were we? Albert Jones, Fred Jones.
Sugar.
Oh, no, thanks, love. I'm watching me figure.
Oh, very nice it is.
No, I sent him a letter.
Good.
Can I ask how long you've been together?
Here last Christmas. I was on a promotion stand at the National Exhibition Centre.
And I thought he'd taken you.
Snap. Asked us for a drink and it all went from there. But I didn't know. He never said he was married till Rachel was. I know what you're thinking. But I'm not like that. I don't go out with married men. You ask anyone.
Did I hear you mention a flat?
Yeah. There's the flat. And the car. Would have paid, you know. I've always worked. But he was dead set he didn't want me working. He said he wanted to look after us. So he paid for everything. Mortgage, bills, car payments.
Where's Rachel?
She's at my ma's. I didn't think it was the right thing. Turning up on the doorstep with her. Thing is, I don't know what to do. He says the flat's in my name, but I don't know that. I don't even know if I want it. I feel like a kept tart. Like he's just bought us for himself. But I've got to have somewhere for Rachel.
Can I suggest... Is there a will?
It must be.
Might be an idea to see what arrangements of it.
Yes, I think I better.
I'm sorry. I know what you're thinking. He never told me. He said he loved me. He said he wanted me to keep the baby. He just never told me.
That he was otherwise engaged, eh?
Would anyone like a drink?
I don't drink.
Maybe now would be a good time to start.
Nice setting to bring a child into.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Hello, love. You're looking well.
I should think so too. If she doesn't look well now, she never will.
Come through, thank you.
Hey, it's a nice looking house you got here, isn't it, eh? This is lovely.
Mind how you go. The baby coming early left us at 6s and 7s.
Hello, all right, young cupids.
Hiya.
Hello there. Hello, Gordon.
Gordon won't be long. He's making the tea.
Well, love, you've got what every woman dreams of. You must be thrilled.
Oh, yes. Thrilled. Really. Do you need any help, love?
Oh, no problem at all, love. Just you sit back and relax. Milk or lemon?
Milk.
Why don't I do that?
It's a very interesting contraption you got there, Gordon.
Yes, well, you see, Donna and I believe in providing Jessica with the kind of total security only possible when she's in permanent physical contact with her parents, don't we, Donna?
What, you mean you carry it around your neck all the time?
That's right.
How long for?
Well, we've no set time, have we, Donna? We want to listen to Jessica's needs and take our cue from her.
Yes,
You see, we believe very strongly that we don't want to impose our views on her. We see it as an individual, her own person. And we don't want her simply to become a pawn to our convenience. Do we, Donna?
No.
When we were younger, you stuck baby in pram and put it under a tree no matter what the weather. A good cry never harmed anyone. It exercises the lungs.
Well, I'm afraid Donna and I don't agree with that view, Nancy. We believe that a baby's cry is its only way of expressing itself. And that as responsible, caring parents, we have the duty to respond to that expression. Oh, whoops. Time for a quick change. My turn, Donna, I think. Get on. There we are. Come on. Out you come. Donna and I feel that we want to involve Jessica, not exclude her. Take now, for instance, we don't want her to think that there's anything wrong with passing stools. We want her to be perfectly natural, everyday function with none of those negative feelings of guilt and shame attached.
Ooh, doesn't it make you feel sick scrubbing its bum out like that?
Well, I think Donna and I look on all this as a part of the package, don't we, Donna? And it's reassuring to know that Jessica's functioning properly. And of course, the wonderful thing about breastfed babies is that they never produce offensive-smelling nappies.
Battenberg for anyone?
Yes. Yes, please.
So it's all up in the air at work then?
Oh, well, Mrs. Buckley says we'll have heard by the end of the week.
Let's hope so, eh?
When do you think you'll be back at work, Donna?
Oh, well...
I think we want to play it a bit by ear, don't we, Donna? I think it's all down to how positively Jessica reacts to the idea. There we are. Time for a quick snack, I think, Donna.
So, how are things at work these days?
We can't stop too long.
Perhaps I will
Ernest.
have another slice of cake after all. Excuse me.
Do you know, you won't believe this, but... Well, it's nigh impossible to breastfeed in public without some narrow-minded busybody coming over and telling you to keep breasts in their proper place. Can you credit that? To our mind, that's just where a breast does belong, in a baby's mouth. It's not bulging out all over page 3. I've never seen the fascination myself. Do you find that sort of thing titillating, Bernie?
No, not at all, not at all.
We can't be stopping too long, Bernard. With that freezer to defrost, you know.
Have we the freezer? Oh, yeah, that's right, the freezer. That's right.
Oh, before you go, Donna and I were wondering whether you wouldn't agree to be godparents at Jessica's christening next month.
Oh, well.
Now, we know it's unusual to have 2 godfathers, but considering as how you did give Rand into the world, we thought it'd be fitting if you kept up the good work on an official basis.
Well, I'm honoured. Really, very honoured.
I mean, what do you have to do? I mean, I can't make no speeches.
All you have to do is promise to set her a good example and be there if she ever needs you.
A few bits of silver on a birthday wouldn't go amiss, I dare say.
Silver is entirely discretionary.
And, might one ask who's being godmother, then?
We thought we might ask Queenie.
Downstairs and straight ahead. Excuse me.
What was all that about?
She's not used to drinking.
I see. Thank you. There we are. Say night-night to Mummy.
Night-night, Mummy.
Night-night, darling. Night-night, Danny. Thanks, Mum.
Stella, do you really think it's a done thing to be socialising at a time like this?
I don't know what the done thing is anymore, Mum. Oh, I'm sorry I haven't introduced you. Carol, me, my mum.
How do you do? Pleased to meet you.
One of my husband's mistresses.
I beg your pardon?
As is Natalie, but unfortunately she's wilted under the strain.
What's this? What's his coven?
No, Dad, it's a malt tasting.
Shall we get Grandad to read us a story?
Right, on you go then, on you go. Save one for me.
Good boy.
Do you know, I feel dead chuffed being made a godfather. I couldn't think of nothing nicer, except being a dad.
Oh, what?
I hope when my turn comes, I'll take to it like Gordon. He was just so dead sensitive, wasn't he?
Give over, will you? You're making me puke.
I could be dead sensitive and all, you know. I am dead sensitive when the mood takes us.
Why? We'll get taking something for it then. The minute you start acting soft as that wet arse back there, you can kiss her out ever getting a ruby cluster on my middle finger.
Ruby cluster? Is that what you'd like?
Oh, give over asking us, will you? I can't be doing with it. It's just you, innit? Looking for ways to get me behind a sink like I haven't had it up to here already with scrubbing.
No, I'd be like Gordon. I'd do it all for you.
Pack it in, will you? I don't want all that palaver. I just want...
What?
Not to go from belonging to one person straight to belonging to another. I just want to belong to myself for a bit.
You're talking broken biscuits to you sometimes. I mean, what's wrong with belonging, eh? At least you've always got company.
I like my own company. It's not that I don't like you.
What then?
I just don't want to get leashed up too early, that's all. Look, if I ever want to get engaged, I'm going to let you know. How's that?
So then, I suppose that means we can't, you know, like, do it.
Do it? Shh! I am not doing it if I don't feel like doing it. Just to wipe a smirk across your grid. I've other priorities. You'll have to wait till I've got my exams finished.
Hey, I could have my pick, you know. There's girls in our street falling over themselves to get at me.
So?
So, I'm just saying, I could have my pick.
Well, why don't you then?
Oh, God. I'm friggin' knackered.
I'm about to the cardiac explosion.
Well, it must be doing us good then. Oh.
Sorry. Must have had a bit too much. We better get you home safely. It's odd. I haven't wanted to pull anybody's hair out.
You will.
I don't know. I mean, I keep thinking, was it worth all the aggro? Was he really that good?
Not that good, no. Just good enough, given the lack of a decent opposition.
This is beginning, isn't it?
It bloody better be. Oh, come on, don't you stop doing it. Right.
Get the ears off, bugger. She's into this one like this one. Oh, sorry.
Good evening, ladies. Nice to see so many of you gluttons for punishment here again. And good to see some new faces, too. Right, well, let's get straight into it this evening, and we can show our newcomers why we call this class the Flab Exterminator. Okay, now, legs apart, breathe in and shoulders back. Hands lightly on the hips, head slowly forward and back. To the side, centre, side, centre. Hands on the shoulders and circle and lift, and circle and lift, and circle. All the way around and lift, circle and lift, and circle. Hands on the hips and stretch to the side for 8, and over, and keep those tummies in and keep those backs straight. Now stretch and lift, stretch. Now breathe deeply. Now lift over from the side, over, and stretch. And can you take those shoes off, please, Mrs. Smethurst? They're dangerous. And keep your tummy in.
You sure this is a wise move, Mr. H?
No, not really.
You sign on the bottom there.
Gordon, you're a hero. Remind me to find the time to show my gratitude in a more imaginative way.
If you'd mind waiting over there, Mrs. Buttercup.
There is something you could do for us, actually.
What's that, babe?
Stand godmother to our Jessica.
Me? Godmother? Oh, she'll wonder what she's ever done to deserve it.
There's a great deal of things that Donna and I want for her. Being conventional isn't top of the list.
Do you want to know something, Gordon? I just might take you up on that. Where's the fare bag?
Dogs is extra.
How much extra?
50 quid?
50 quid?
Well, food, kennelling, nothing but the best in police custody.
Yeah, we've heard all about that.
Cash. I'm afraid so. Busy Beagle. Beagle! Receipt, Mr. Harris. All right, Queenie. Would you like to accompany me to the canine suite? It's not your colour. Chin up, Jumpy.
Oh, God. I feel like I've been run over by a truck.
All right, love. I didn't know you were into keep fit. Hey, I'm glad you weren't in my class. I haven't been for 3 weeks. You'd have made us feel dead unfit.
Oh, hello, love.
Oh, you're joking.
Oh, my God.
Well, anyway, so I said to him, I don't know what you see in her. She's got a face like a cat's twat and an arse like a juggernaut's backside. And if you think I'm taking second fiddle to that, that's degrading.
And what did he say?
He
He said, oh, we can't just dump her, can he? Well, there's a kids to sort out and who gets the house. I said, I don't want the house, not the stink. She's got it done up here. We're better off finding ourselves somewhere else, I said. Leave her to twiddle her neck curtains. Well, I want brand new.
Oh, I don't blame you. I said the same to Ray.
Oh, and how's he this morning? Still got a cob on?
Oh, he started on again last night. Why can't I wait? Why can't I leave it a bit?
Selfish get.
He says he don't want a baby yet. Says he's got 2 screamers already and that's enough for anyone. Hey, I've been thinking though.
What?
Well, I might just jump the pill and not tell him. Then when I get pregnant, I can say it was all a mistake and it'll be too late for him to do out about it then.
Yeah, why don't you? Serve him well, right? Selfish pig. Every woman's got a right to kids.
Well, that's what I think. Anyway, I'm dead fed up in the hairdressers. I was only looking in Mothercare last week. Oh, they've got these dead cute little suits for boys.
Oh, stop it, you're making me get all broody.
Hey,
I think we might go in for a kid, no?
Yeah, why don't you? Then we could go to all them antenatal classes together.
The only thing that bothers me though...
What?
Well, what it does to your figure.
Oh yeah, I know, but you can always starve yourself right after it's born. If you bottle feed, it's alright to do that.
Oh God, I wouldn't be seen dead feeding it myself. I think it's disgusting. What names do you like?
Oh, Kylie for a girl. For boys, I thought perhaps Clint or Dex.
Ooh, yeah.
There you go. Not bad, eh? Old man's not lost his touch, eh?
No, it's smart, that, Dad. Mum, look who's come, look what he's done. He diagrammed with the ozone layer and he's done all my maths homework for us.
Well, aren't you the lucky pair? Well, what brings you here then?
Oh, I was just passing. Then I thought I'd drop in. There's no law against it, is there?
None that I know of, no. Don't tell me you're at a loose end. I've just seen Rosie down the gym.
Oh, what are you doing down at the gym?
I thought it was high time I got rid of some of this.
Well, flying out far.
You've got a short memory.
Never far. Just Bonnie.
Well, I wouldn't try that for a compliment with Rosie.
Oh, where? She's a bloody head case about how weight she is. Hey, I've seen more spare than a bloody toothpick.
You have tea?
No.
Oh, no, you'd have had no one to make it for you.
Oh, give over, eh? She can't cook. She's all pushed to shove the right bloody buttons on the microwave.
Dad cooks ace now, Mum. He made a Spanish omelette last week.
Did he? Well, I suppose you brought your appetite with you then.
Hey, you better watch that lip, you know. Or you find yourself eating Spanish omelette.
Go on then.
All right then.
Stella, what's a place like this fetch these days?
I've no idea.
Now, as soon as you've got a minute, I'd get the valuers in.
Valuers? Why would I want to know the value of it?
Well, your mother and I take it we've not leapt to any erroneous conclusions, we had rather assumed that you'd be moving in with us, and now there's nothing left to keep you here.
Nothing to keep me here? What about the factory?
Factory's down in its feet, girl. There's no future for you here.
I've no plans to move.
How are you going to pay off the creditors? How are you going to settle the wages bill? The overdrafts, the small matter of declining orders?
The place has been very badly run the last few months.
That's something of an understatement, I'd say.
I accept the blame.
Oh, no, not you, love.
I shouldn't have taken so much in trust. I should have kept a tighter watch. Well, all that's going to change. From now on, the place answers to me.
There's still the small matter of the debts.
I could have the place back on its feet within 6 months.
Creditors won't wait 6 months, lassie. You're a bad risk.
Am I?
Well, not you personally, but...
Yes, me personally, Dad. Am I a bad risk? Are you saying you won't stand guarantor for me?
Sweetheart. You know as well as I do you'd be better off in Glasgow with us. If you want another firm up there, by all means we'll get you something sorted out. But leave this place to it, eh? Make a clean break. You deserve better.
But I don't want better. I want this. And if you're not prepared to be involved, well, I'll remortgage the house if necessary.
Well, I think that's going to extremes. He must have left you a tidy pile in insurance.
He left us nothing.
He what?
He left us nothing. It's all spoken for. And before you say anything, Dad, I'll deal with it myself.
You'll do nothing of the sort.
I'll deal with it myself.
Now, don't argue with your daddy, love.
You want this place on the market, the company into liquidation, a fresh start back home where you belong.
I don't want a fresh start. I don't need a new house, and I don't need this earache.
Now don't you raise your voice in front of your mother.
Look, Dad, I'm nearly 30 and I've got 2 kids of my own, so stop acting like you can still send me to my room.
You have no right to speak to your daddy like that.
I wish you could see yourself. I wish you could stand there and watch. He treats you like a paid skivvy with the intellect of a tea towel, and you stand smiling while he wipes his feet all over you. Okay, that's your choice, but mine is not to take any more of this shit. God, now what's the matter?
I'm sorry. I just don't think it's necessary. I don't see why we should sit here and listen to language.
What language?
You know perfectly well what language. The S word. That is not an expression we use in this family.
Really? You should stand next to my dad at Ibrox sometimes. Or better still, you should have been here last week when he had his wee chat with Rex. It would have been quite an education for you.
Well, if your father saw fit to use language, he must have had a very good reason for it. But I can promise you he would never do that in front of me.
He never screwed his secretaries in front of you. Does that make it all right because you can't see it?
You will apologise to your father for that remark.
I can't, Mum, and I'm not sorry for it.
Oh! Where did you pick that up?
Trial and error. More errors than hot dinners to begin with.
Very impressive.
No, I've really got into it. These poor sods are my guinea pigs.
Oh, not Rosie?
Oh, why? Get her to eat out besides black coffee and bloody slimming biscuits. Hey, it's like living with a bloody chipmunk. I saw in paper about your boss and that. Must be a bit dicey at work, is it?
Oh, yeah, he's left us a right dog's breakfast to clear up. I mean, God knows where we'll be by the end of next week.
So what are you going to do?
Find something else to do. I'm a skilled worker now, you know.
Oh, you always were, love.
Barbara! Stella! It's the police!
Thanks, Sergeant. You mind if we come in, love? Only it's a bit tricky.
What is it?
It's about your husband's car, Mrs. Buckley. I know PC Beagle here told you it was all cut and dried, and that we were just awaiting forensic tests to establish the cause of death, but... well, he was speaking out of turn a bit. The fact is, we've combed the car inside and out, and dragged the lake. We can't find the body.
You mean it was so badly damaged it couldn't be recognised?
What I mean is, madam, Mr. Buckley's body wasn't found in the car or in the lake.
Where the hell is he then?
Well, we believe he'd gone out of the car before or after it entered the water, sir.
He isn't dead.
Well, if he is, let's just say he didn't die in the car.
But where can he be?
I'm afraid we're still trying to find that out, madam. He's completely gone to ground. But we have every reason to believe he's still very much alive.